What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and another Chaos 1 Mastery Build Guide. We are on the Ramparts Siege, and as you see, we've got not even a scratch, no cores take any damage under pressure, finishing each combat phase in under 3 minutes, and then State of Decay, no defenses are repaired. Now this one, in my opinion, is definitely one of the easier challenges. An important thing to note is this cannon over here is considered a core. So since we do have not even a scratch, we can't let that guy take any damage either. So let's go ahead and just get started here. I am going to use some Squire spike blockades with fortification, power pylon, and sharpened spikes. Probably some flame arrows with power transfer, deadly strikes, and defense crit strike. Then I'm going to go with a sky guard, and actually I've got to change that vicious strikes out, as I'm no longer allowed to use that one. I had my Chaos 7 set up here. Anyway, we're going to go with mass destruction, deadly strikes, and we'll just throw defense rate on it. Maybe even a lightning strike with deadly strikes, vampiric empowerment, and power transfer. And then I may or may not use some frosty protons with defense crit damage, frosty beams, and power transfer. So let's go ahead and get started. You know what? I think I'm going to use a reflect beam as well. Now I've got an orb on that. Use anything. Anything with some defense health on it. Doesn't have to be the primary stat. Doesn't really matter. I've actually got just random stuff in this one. I think this one was actually just a shard holder. As you see, that explosive guard is actually not even going to do anything. But whatever. It's there just to protect this cannon here, so I'm not sweating the amount of damage or anything it does. Anyway, let's go ahead and start it off. Let's start it off back here, just because we can. Then we'll move on over here. I think I really want to use 2 walls right here. However, I don't want that cannon to take any damage, as I mentioned, so I am going to throw a reflect beam just right in front of it, just for giggles. And then we're going to wall it up, I think pretty much dead center here. Yeah, let's just do it right here. We'll wall it up like that, and then over on this lane, we're going to go right about at the top stair and pretty much dead center, slightly angled towards the entrance. Now, of course, we do have some flyers. We've got no restrictions on flyer control. So I think I'm going to throw... Let's go with a sky guard right there. Let's go with another sky guard in the mid. And then one last sky guard. Let's just go ahead and throw that, just say right here. And that should take care of that. Now that leaves me, what, 630 DU left. And I am going to go pretty aura heavy. So let's flame it up here. We'll go flame auras. Let's go 4 of them per lane and then see what's left over. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit 4 here, but you know what? Could always do a little double stacking just to make sure I get my 4 in there. And I actually probably want to put more than 4 in the mid, so let's do this lane first. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then head on over to the middle here. And I'm going to want to use more than 4 here, I believe. 2, 3... Let's see, let's go with 5 for the moment. I've got 120 left, which is 6 lightning strikes. Now, it would be in my best interest, I think, to probably go with some protons instead. You know what? Let's do it. Let's proton it up. So we're going to throw a proton, a big ol' 40 DUV right there. Let's come over to this lane and do the exact same thing. Now, I want all this stuff getting CC'd up right inside of one of the nicer aura stacks. So let's go with a 40 DU right there. And then on this lane, we'll do the same thing and go with a 40 DU right about like that. Now, as you see, I didn't put anything on the middle lane, and the reason I didn't do that is the lane I intend on focusing, and I am on my Nuke Monk here. Now, I did make one change from the Nuke Monk. I re-rolled this table flipper. Actually, I didn't. I thought I re-rolled it. I'm going to re-roll it, but I haven't yet, so it's still got the table flip going on. Let's go ahead and get it moving here and see just how well we can do. I still got my fireworks going from my stream earlier today. Maybe, just maybe, I should consider checking my shards before switching from Chaos Trials to Mastery. That might be a good idea. I did check my Flame Arch in Lightning. Well, what all did I check? I guess I just checked my Flame Arch and Lightning because I had to fix my Skyguard as well. So I've got my Monk incorrectly sharded. However, it's still the Nuke Monk. It's still going to get the job done. And I'm just going to basically focus front and center up here in these two lanes. That's the Call of the Kobold shard I was referring to, and I usually don't use that. Actually, I usually don't use it as multiplayer because it causes so many people frame rate drops. However, I don't necessarily mind using it when I'm playing solo, as it is kind of super cool looking. It looks cooler than its actual damage effectiveness, but it does give you a little something something, so nothing wrong with that. Now, of course, I cannot repair, correct? Yep, state of decay, so no repairs allowed. I'm going to have to focus just on upgrades, and I'm just going to keep an eye on the minimap for anything that's turning red. See, we got two more flyers coming on the far lane, and then this wave is done for. Let's just go ahead and upgrade that Skyguard. I'm actually going to upgrade all these Skyguards, at least to tier 2 here. And then, of course, need to give up a little R love. Now, I'm going to get the most bang for my buck with upgrades, actually upgrading the Proton Beam. However, I do just want to make sure that everything is getting chewed on. Actually, missed the R. I went with the beam there anyway. So I'm going to get as many of the R's as I can. It actually looks like I could probably get them all. And I do want to get that Skyguard as well. You know what? Let's just go ahead and upgrade the beams too. Why not? Beams are good. Beams are healthy. Beams are all the things you could possibly ever wish for. And let's make it happen again. Now, I do need to keep an eye on that under pressure. Although 3 minutes is a pretty darn long time to complete waves, if you don't pay attention to it on some of these slower maps that do have a decent amount of enemies, it can get away from you. Now, Rampart Siege is not completely overwhelmed with enemies, but it's also not the lowest count that you can get either. Oh yeah, we got the fireworks cracking over here. Just definitely a huge coolness factor. But if any of your friends are playing on a, 1992 potato, this particular shard could cause them some serious frame rate problems. I love it though, it looks really cool. It's just it adds a fun factor. Yeah, looks like we got a siege roller in the far lane here. It's gonna take him a minute to get out, isn't it? Once again, slow driver. That must be the student driver siege roller is just really taking his time here. And I missed. Fantastic. But we can still get him taken care of. And one more, just that flyer is down. Alright, so at this point I think it's just straight into the RS. Particularly the front two. Get as much upfront damage going here as we can. The Skyguards I think are going to hold up strong here, so I'm probably not going to upgrade them anymore. I guess we'll see how well the mana flows here on the next two maps. I'll skip on that one for now. Now these walls did take a tiny bit of damage. I might as well go ahead and throw an upgrade on them just because I do have the mana. 267 left. That's going to allow me to get this center lane nice and fat here. Let's definitely go with those two. Yeah, I think we'll call it good from there. Wave 3 now, 345 mobs. Once again, this is not the fastest map, but it's not the slowest map. So you just want to keep an eye on that timer. If you start cutting it close, then you're just going to want to have to adjust something forward, closer to the spawn, to shave off a few seconds there for you. I mean, even just moving these spike blockades up to, say, the front of this red carpet would probably shave 20 or 30 seconds off the course of the entire map. So just kind of find the placement that's right for you. And this really seems to be working out for me at the moment, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Alright, we've got another siege roller and an ogre. And this time the siege roller is coming mid. I'm going to go ahead over and we'll hand it to this ogre here real quick. And in the process, I'm going to try to save up 100 DU. Wow, man, the fireworks are incredible. I can't see a whole lot of what's going on because it's just flash, flash, flash. Got plenty of DU now, so I might as well just go and throw down a Chi Blast. Let's get another one going, and off to the Siege Roller. Siege Roller actually made good time that time. Not too bad. And there we go. Siege Roller down. Nothing but flyers left. And I believe our Sky Guards will take care of business there. Now looking at the minimap, I've got no red defenses, and that is a sign for happy times, no doubt. And you see, as far as the timer goes, it looks like my wall placement was more than sufficient, as we had well over a minute left in that wave. And moving on to wave 4. Now wave 4, of course, we bump up the 400 plus mobs. That's going to add a little bit of time on, but it shouldn't be too bad. Going to get the back Flame Auras up to tier 3 now. You know what? Let me go and hit a couple of these beams too. Get these beams all juicy. And just need to keep an eye on that Reflect. Now, that Reflect is just not taking any damage at all. It hasn't lost any of its charges. It makes me wonder if something was perhaps changed on the Reflects recently, as it used to require just a little bit of defense health on them. Now, as you saw, I'm using that orb, so my defense health is non-existent on it. Orbs, of course, don't drop in-game anymore. However, like I mentioned at the beginning, that was actually an orb that was just holding shards, and I threw it into that slot just to get a little defense health on it, so it's just not crucial at all what you put in there, since I'm not using it for its DPS. I'm just, 100% using it for the Reflect. Now, we're definitely going to be a little tighter on the time this wave. As you see, we're already approaching that 2-minute mark. What, 20 seconds away. And we still have 260 mobs left. Alright, we got an Ogre and a Siege Roller once again. Looks like they changed lanes this time, so we know the Ogre over in that far left lane has got the slow roll. That's the Student Driver Ogre, or pardon me, the Student Driver Gobu in that Siege Roller. So I'm just going to focus down this Ogre until I need to get over and take care of that. 57 mana left. Can't throw a pet nuke quite yet, but I can get some mana here pretty darn quickly. As I wait for that guy to roll out. Ooh, and a terrible, terrible pet nuke shot. I actually hit him right in the side, so he had the big damage resist going there. Gonna have to rely on the Chi Blast. Now I am stuck. Very strange. Keyboard issue, I'm hoping? Well, let's see. Oh, indeed it was. Alright, now are those flyers handling business? They are. God, I love my old beater keyboard so much. I just don't want to get rid of it. But it is time. It is time for you to go. Oh, Logitech. The days of needing an LCD split display on your keyboard, I think, are long past. That used to be, you know, I thought that was the coolest thing ever when I first got it, but now I just don't even use it. Alright, wave 5 now, 409 beds. Let's get this front aura, and we'll call it good here. Still the same 3 minutes, 409. It actually, we had plenty of time left over that last wave, too. So it's really just not an issue since we're not turtling it. Now, if we were using like a conventional turtle build in walling off like right across here, and then like say right across here, then we could potentially have a little issue with the time. However, with the positioning we're using here, it's more than sufficient to take care of all the bads before that 3 minutes expires. Looks like I'm accidentally setting off these oil traps here. Let's accidentally set that one off too. Get these guys all burning. They're all fiery. So we got an ogre rolling out right now. Should have no problems just nuking that guy. In fact, I'm just going to right click him down as we wait for the other bosses to appear. It is wave 5, so we should have 2 more rolling out here at any moment. And we still have 100 seconds left. So, seems like plenty of time to get the job done here. Almost repaired that aura. That would have been a bad thing. Baddies are burning. We got some auras going yellow over here as well, but no major issue. We've got a Slakelion and a Tuskar. Let's see, Tuskar is going to move a little quicker. Let's just go ahead and give him the nuke to the face here. Come on out. There we go. We get Tuskar burned down quick. And then should have plenty of room for Slakelion here. In fact, just going to help out with these flyers first thing. And Slakelion down. So there we go. That is 5 stars on the Chaos 1 Mastery for Rampart Siege. So thank you once again. Click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Getting close to the end. The next map, I believe, is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and that will be fun to do. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time.